Do you love tuna? It's a staple in many households, cherished for its versatility and nutritional benefits. It's quick, convenient, and packed with protein. Whether you're making a quick sandwich, a hearty salad, or a delicious casserole, tuna can be your go-to ingredient. But there's a common mistake many people make when buying it. This mistake is so widespread that it often goes unnoticed, yet it can have significant consequences. This mistake could be impacting your health without you even realizing it. We're talking about mercury. You heard that right. Mercury is a heavy metal that can accumulate in fish, including tuna, and pose health risks if consumed in large amounts. That unassuming can of tuna in your pantry might contain this hidden danger. It's not just about the brand or the price, it's about understanding what you're really putting into your body. Don't worry, we're going to break it all down for you. We'll explain how mercury gets into tuna, the types of tuna that are safer to eat, and how to make informed choices. By the time you finish reading this, you'll be a tuna expert. You'll have the knowledge to choose the best options for you and your family, ensuring that you can enjoy tuna without the worry. You'll know exactly what to look for and what to avoid to make the healthiest choices for yourself and your family. From understanding labels to knowing the difference between light and white tuna, we've got you covered. Ready to discover the #1 mistake everyone makes when buying canned tuna? Let's dive in. We'll start by looking at the different types of tuna available and which ones are more likely to contain higher levels of mercury. Stay tuned, because this information could change the way you shop for tuna forever. First, let's talk about the types of tuna. There are several species commonly found in canned tuna, including albacore, skipjack, and yellowfin. Albacore, also known as white tuna, tends to have higher mercury levels compared to skipjack, which is often labeled as light tuna. When you're at the store, take a moment to read the labels carefully. Look for terms like light or white tuna, and consider opting for light tuna more often. It's generally lower in mercury and can be a safer choice, especially if you consume tuna frequently. Making these small adjustments can have a big impact on your health. By choosing the right type of tuna, you can reduce your exposure to mercury while still enjoying all the benefits that tuna has to offer. So remember these key points. Opt for light tuna over white tuna, read labels carefully, and be mindful of how often you consume tuna. With these tips in mind, you'll be well on your way to making healthier choices for you and your family. Tuna can be a wonderful addition to your diet, providing essential nutrients and delicious flavors. Just make sure you're making informed decisions to keep your meals both tasty and safe. Now that you're equipped with this knowledge, you can enjoy your tuna meals with peace of mind. Happy eating! Mercury is a naturally occurring heavy metal. Sounds scary, right? But what if I told you that this silent threat could be lurking in your favorite seafood? Yes, the tuna you love might be carrying more than just protein and omega-3s. That's because it is. Mercury can be toxic, especially a type called methylmercury. This form of mercury is particularly dangerous because it can easily be absorbed by living organisms and accumulate in their tissues over time. So how does mercury end up in your tuna? The journey of mercury from the environment to your plate is a complex one, involving various stages and processes. It's all about the food chain. Tiny organisms in the ocean absorb mercury from their surroundings. These microscopic creatures, like plankton, are the starting point of a long and intricate food web. Small fish eat these organisms, ingesting the mercury in the process. These small fish are then preyed upon by slightly larger fish, and the mercury begins to accumulate. Then bigger fish eat those fish, and the mercury concentration increases with each step up the food chain. This process is known as biomagnification. Tuna, being at the top of the food chain, accumulate higher levels of mercury over their lifespan. These large predatory fish can have mercury levels that are significantly higher than those of the smaller fish they consume. And guess what? When you eat tuna, you ingest the mercury it has accumulated. This means that the more tuna you consume, the more mercury you are likely to take in. While occasional consumption might not pose a significant risk, frequent consumption can lead to mercury poisoning, which can have serious health consequences. Symptoms of mercury poisoning include neurological and behavioral disorders, tremors, insomnia, memory loss, and headaches. Pregnant women and young children are particularly vulnerable, as mercury can affect the development of the nervous system in fetuses and young kids. So, what can you do to protect yourself? Be mindful of the types and amounts of seafood you consume. Opt for fish that are lower in mercury, such as salmon, shrimp, and sardines. Always check nutrition labels and guidelines provided by health authorities. By making informed choices, you can enjoy the benefits of seafood without exposing yourself to the silent threat of mercury. Stay informed, stay safe, and enjoy your meals responsibly. Not all tuna is created equal. Different types of tuna have different levels of mercury. That's why knowing what to look for on the label is so important. Some tuna varieties, like albacore, white tuna, tend to be higher in mercury. Others, like skipjack, light tuna, are lower in mercury. Why does this matter? Because mercury can be harmful to your health, especially in large amounts. It can affect your nervous system, heart, and even your unborn child if you're pregnant. Don't let the tuna aisle overwhelm you. We're going to make reading those labels a breeze. First things first, always check the type of tuna. Look for words like light tuna or skipjack. These are your lower mercury options. If you see albacore or white tuna, be mindful of your intake. Another important tip, choose tuna packed in water instead of oil. It's lower in calories and fat. Plus, some of the mercury can leach into the oil, so draining it off is always a good idea. Skipjack versus yellowfin versus albacore. What's the difference? When you walk down the canned fish aisle, you might feel overwhelmed by the variety of tuna available. Let's dive into the details and understand the differences between these three popular types of tuna. Let's break down the three most common types of tuna you'll find at the grocery store. First up, skipjack. This type of tuna is often the most affordable and widely available. It's a staple in many households and is known for its versatility in various dishes. This is your go-to for everyday tuna. Whether you're making a quick tuna salad, a sandwich, or adding it to a casserole, skipjack is a reliable choice. Its flavor is robust, making it a favorite for many. It's the smallest and shortest-lived tuna, meaning it accumulates less mercury. This makes it a safer option for frequent consumption, especially for those who are mindful of their mercury intake. Look for light tuna on the label. Light tuna typically indicates skipjack. Next, we have yellowfin. This tuna is a bit larger than skipjack and has a milder flavor. It's often preferred for its tender texture and is commonly used in sushi and sashimi. It's a good option in moderation, but it does contain moderate levels of mercury. So, while it's delicious, it's best to enjoy it occasionally rather than making it a daily staple. Finally, we have albacore. This is the largest tuna and often prized for its meaty texture and white color. Albacore is sometimes referred to as white tuna and is considered a premium option. However, it also contains the highest levels of mercury. Due to its size and longer lifespan, albacore accumulates more mercury, making it a less frequent choice for health-conscious consumers. Enjoy it occasionally, but choose skipjack more often. When selecting tuna, it's essential to consider both flavor and health implications. By understanding the differences between skipjack, yellowfin, and albacore, you can make informed choices that suit your taste preferences and dietary needs. So next time you're at the store, you'll know exactly which can to reach for. Don't forget this crucial step before you dig in. We're about to reveal the #1 mistake people make when preparing canned tuna. Are you ready for it? Most people forget, or don't realize they should, drain the liquid from the can before eating the tuna. Whether it's packed in water or oil, that liquid can contain a significant amount of mercury. Draining the tuna not only reduces your mercury exposure, but also improves the flavor and texture of your meal. Nobody likes soggy tuna sandwiches. To oil or not to oil? That is the question. Tuna packed in oil can be tastier and moister, but that oil comes with some caveats. Tuna oil, while a source of healthy omega-3 fatty acids, also adds extra calories to your diet. If you're watching your weight, opting for tuna packed in water is the way to go. It's naturally lower in calories and fat. Remember, you can always add a drizzle of healthy olive oil to your tuna salad for flavor and healthy fats. Making tuna a healthy part of your diet. Tuna is a nutritious and affordable source of protein. It's also packed with essential vitamins and minerals like selenium, vitamin D, and potassium. The key to enjoying tuna safely is moderation and making informed choices. Stick to lower mercury varieties like skipjack, drain the liquid from the can, and vary your protein sources throughout the week. By following these simple tips, you can continue to include this versatile protein in your diet without worry. Enjoy your tuna the right way. Now you're armed with the knowledge to make smarter choices when it comes to canned tuna. Remember, the #1 mistake is not draining the liquid, so don't forget that crucial step. Choose lower mercury options, read labels carefully, and enjoy tuna as part of a healthy and balanced diet. Your body will thank you for it.